Welcome, my friends of the interwebs. So today is a very special day for me. I got some new kicks. I did. I got some new kicks. Now, why do you care? You probably don't. But I will tell you, I have an interesting story about these kicks if you want to hear it. If you don't want to hear it, have a good day. But if you do want to hear it, if you do want to hear it, I'm about to spin the yarn. Okay, so let me back this up and kind of paint the picture. It's the summer of 1980. The summer of 1980 was a very special summer for me because I was leaving Warnert Elementary and I would be entering Jefferson Junior High School. Now, by the way, Princess has never heard the story, but she's about to hear it. Ain't that right, Princess? So I was leaving Warner Elementary, where I had spent the last 8 years of my life, including kindergarten, with the same people, for the most part. And yeah, I was kind of excited about going to junior high. I was kind of excited about a new start in my educational life. But I was nervous because we were very poor. I mean, when I say we were poor, we were dirt poor, hillbilly dirt poor. And I had a cousin at the time. He's since passed away, God rest his soul, who was going to a parochial school in Toledo called St. Francis de Sales. Now, St. Francis is a school where, everybody there just about are from wealthy families. There's two schools in Toledo, Ohio, where that's the case. St. Francis and St. John's. They're both parochial schools. So, anyway, my cousin wasn't Catholic. Don't even ask me to get into why he went there. But he was friends with all the movers and shakers. I said the movers and shakers. The rich kids. And he would wear things like Izod and, penny loafers and this, that, and the other. But I mean, I don't know. He had a big influence on my life. And I said to him, I go, I don't know if I'm going to be able to deal with going to a much bigger school, probably the junior high, where the eighth grade was probably right around 800, 900 kids. I said, I don't know. I don't want to be made fun of. And I had always worn Trax tennis shoes from Kmart. Trax tennis shoes from Kmart. That was what I had. That's why, I grew up with all that because we didn't have any money. Trax tennis shoes were $5 at that time. And I did know, the thing that I knew was they sucked because, Kmart sucked. Good riddance to them as far as I'm concerned. They're subs. That's a whole another video. I love that. I dream of those subs of theirs. So anyway, my cousin said to me, he goes, look, you need to get definitely get some new shoes. And, I take you to TJ Maxx and you can get, things pretty cheap there. And things, what he meant by pretty cheap was like Izods and the proper attire. So, but not shoes. I mean, well, I guess maybe they would have had shoes, but he told me to go to Foot Locker or one of those mall type shoe places, which is what I did. So I go to Athlete's Foot, I think it was called, at Northtown Square Mall. No longer there, but at that time that was like one of the new malls. I'm pretty sure it was Athlete's Foot. And I was looking at the shoes. I wanted Nikes because, that was kind of like the popular thing. All the cool kids had Nikes. But I spotted a shoe called New Balance. That's right, New Balance. And the Nikes were $35 and the New Balances were $50. Okay. So I'm like, okay. And by the way, I'd never known anybody that had New Balances. I knew plenty of people who had Nikes, but I didn't know anybody that had the New Balances. And I thought, well, you know what? It's definitely a lot more money. Of course, it was funny looking 35 or $50 back in 1980 was a lot of money. Not so much today. So anyway, I thought, you know what? I'm going to hit it out of the park. I'm going to get some New Balances. That's what I'm going to do. And the cool thing about New Balances for me is because I got these Hobbit feet and they're really wide. And New Balance actually was kind of cool because they had like 3 and 4E. Nike didn't have anything like that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to spend the $50. By the way, let me back the train up a little bit because I kind of missed a step. I go to my mom and I'm like, Mom, I got to have some better shoes than these Trax tennis shoes. They're going to laugh at me. Da, 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 da. And Mom said to me, my mom was a simple woman, grew up on a farm and worked in a factory, busted her butt and earned every penny she had. And she said to me, she said, look, I will give you the $5 that I would have spent on your Trax tennis shoes from Kmart, and you can then spend that money on anything you want. You buy some new shoes, whatever you want to do. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So I busted my hump all summer long and mowed grass after grass, cleaned up garage after garage. I did everything I could possibly do to earn the money, and I did. I made about $100. And so anyway, I was going to use that on the $50 or on the shoes, the $50 that was going to come out of that money. Okay, my mom gave me $5, but I'm not even sure if I put it on the shoes or Levi jeans or Izod's. I have no idea. But anyway, I bought the shoes. So I go to Jefferson Junior High with my New Balances. And there was only one other guy in the school that had New Balances. And his last name was Eberflus. And you might recognize that last name because, if you're a big NFL fan or a Chicago Bears fan, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, Eberflus had New Balances, and I had New Balances, and nobody else did. And I bought some gray corduroys, which were in at the time, and a button-down Izod. And I had showed up, man. I was balling. Big balling. So anyway, let me show you. Here's why I told that story. So New Balance now makes a retro sneaker. Look at that. A retro sneaker. Yeah. That is almost identical to the shoe that I bought in 1980. Almost identical to it. As far as my memory serves me, we're talking about a very long time ago, as you know. Now, these are called 515s. I don't even believe that mine had 515 on it back in high school or junior high. But, yeah. What do you think of the new kicks? By the way, so here's what's interesting, too. Now, back in the day, New Balances were made in the United States. I thought the fit and finish were perfect then. The fit and finish now is just okay. It doesn't suck, but it's not great. And they were made in, they were all made in the United States back then. Today, these things are made, let's see here, I can show that, in Indonesia. Yeah, Indonesia. Indonesia needs to work a little bit on their fit and finish. I'm just saying. Now, they're not bad, though. They're really not. It's just that I do remember them being flawless in 1980, and believe me, I went over them with a fine-tooth comb. So I don't know how I've not had these on my feet. I have no idea how they're going to feel underfoot. I've got high hopes, because I can remember, I bought them at the Athlete's Foot. I wore them out of the store. I had them both laced up and put on, and my Trax tennis shoes I had put in the box. Actually, I might have had them throw them away. And I remember walking with those on my feet. And I don't care what anybody says about, it's, Trax tennis shoes are just, no. The Trax tennis shoes weighed a ton. These were like feathers. Unbelievable, So I'm kind of excited. Hopefully I have the same experience that I had in 1980. We shall see. I don't know how long they'll last. But in 1980, they were $50. Okay, today, 80. I mean, really, to be honest with you, inflation-wise, that's not so bad. Although, they're made in Indonesia. They're made in Indonesia. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. Maybe they felt so good because I earned them. I mean, yeah. Parenting was different back then. My mom wasn't going to bend over and go, here's $50 for some shit. No. She said, here's $5 that I would have spent. You do you. You do you. Anyway, that's all I got. Everybody take care. And by the way, if you're into retro stuff, I'm into retro stuff. I am a nostalgic lover. Nostalgia means a lot to me. But if you're into this kind of thing, yeah, cool. Everybody take care. See ya.